But it isn't. It isn't. Triggered. Triggered. Here goes a guy in Jamaican YouTuber. I'm back. Yo, so hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please make sure to hit a like, subscribe, comment, all of something if you're not new to the channel. Join my Patreon as well, where you will get exclusive background, behind the scenes, different kind of vlogs and stuff that won't be put on my regular channel. All right, and the merch is coming soon, so make sure to check that out. All right, cool. Merch links will be down below. Shirts like these have you annual spend, etc., etc. Now, when you look at Takashii from Japan's video, what's it like being black in Japan? My younger brother, who I don't even think watches my videos anymore, sent me this video in my WhatsApp, and I haven't spoken about it yet. But I guess it's something that people still want to learn and know about, and from a different angle. And of course, when the interviewer is not a foreigner, it might give a different perspective on what is happening here. So let's dive into this video right now. Lock step along.
Live in Japan as a black person.
Okay. First of all,
honestly, it is what it is. Like me being black in Japan.
If we were like a bunch of
I know
white
this
dudes
guy.
walking
This
around,
is Jay.
maybe we'll get.
Any black person out there who's watching your channel and wants to come here, I don't think there's any reason to worry.
Oh.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm Takashii from Japan. Today I'm going to interview black people in Japan. What's it like being black in Japan? And then I got many comments asking black people what's it like living in Japan. Something like that. So I decided to make a video this topic. Okay, let's find out today. On my channel, I interview Japanese people and foreigners in Japan. So it's the best channel for anyone who wants to come to Japan, whether traveling or living. And you can also learn Japanese here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. And on my Instagram, I show my daily life in Tokyo and share information about Japan. So if you haven't followed yet, please follow it too. Okay, let's get started. Wait, thank you for your help. Where from?
I'm from America.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been in Japan?
This will be my 6th year in Japan.
6 years.
I've never seen it before.
Oh, 6 years.
6 years.
Oh, long.
Yeah.
Long. Can I ask what you do?
So I teach middle school and high school kids.
Everybody does this.
Not conversation English, but like academic English and academic writing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Fancy.
So you're from America. So you're black American. What's it like? What's it like living?
All right, so you're American. You're black American. I don't know what else she could be. Takashii.
Japan as a black American. You have any opinion?
I have many opinions. When I first moved here, I felt like a spectacle. I felt like a lot of people were looking at me.
All right, so the subtitle said skeptical. So she feels like a spectacle, as in something that people look at. I guess that's not in his vocabulary yet. But yeah, not skeptical as in weary of something. So I have to be careful of the translations again.
Yeah, I just felt like a lot of people were looking at me, but now that I've lived here for so long, it just feels like where I would live anywhere else, people are just going to look because they have this notion of black people. So there's always like, oh, well, can she do this, or can she speak Japanese, or stuff like that. So like, honestly, it is what it is. Like me being black in Japan wouldn't be any different from me being black in like Europe or China or anything to me personally, because
yeah, to you personally, because in Europe, especially countries like France and Italy, where they have a lot of black immigrants, they would have colonized African countries like Sierra Leone, Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Senegal. They speak French mostly. Cameroon. So a lot of those descendants from that country go to France and go to Italy and go to other European countries. So there is this black people are not strange there. China is more of a celebrity thing, apart from the whole Corona incident when they were like anti-black people for the Africans or whatever. Persons from the country of Africa, the continent of Africa, right? Because Africa has like 54 countries. But yeah, Europe, yeah man, that you wouldn't matter island.
I just think that people are gonna look anyway. They're gonna make assumptions about me anyway. So I mean, you might as well give them a show.
Okay. Give them a show, girl. I love your attitude. What's her name?
Question specifically.
Okay.
In Tokyo, young Japanese people, they do, you know, their hair like dread.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's, yeah, what do you think? Yeah.
Some people say like, oh, it's appropriation, and other people will say like, oh no, it's appreciation.
What do you think, baby?
I personally don't like it, but I can't make anybody do anything. So I'll just sit and look and mind my business.
Mind your
Question, do you speak
business.
Japanese?
もちろん。住んでるから。
住んでる。
はい。住んでるから話せる。
でも住んでる人でも話せない人いっぱいいるじゃないですか。
そうですね。本当に悪いと思うから。
あ、良くないと思う。それは。
良くないから。Anybody, if you live here for longer than 3 years, I personally think that you should learn more Japanese. Don't be that 25-year-old that like, I don't know any Japanese, and you live here for like 50 years and like, I'll never learn. Like, that's stupid. I think that's stupid.
Oh, the math is all off. Don't be the 25-year-old that lives here for 50 years or 15 years, whatever she said. Listen, I mean, you have people here that if you don't plan to be a lifer here, it doesn't make sense to learn Japanese, because Japan is the only country that speaks Japanese. She's right though. If you're here, you want to communicate and make life and stuff. I mean, learn some Japanese. I mean, her accent not that bad. You know, she still have the little bit American thing. Probably true. She's nervous with the guy talking. I don't know. I'm not mansplaining anything, because then people can come from me. But I like her energy, very bubbly. Sundurukara. Oh no. Hanasu. Ooh. Girl, fire. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your help.
What up, Jay?
Where from?
I'm from right outside DC.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan since 2016.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, I am an English teacher. I work with little kids and I teach them English. But forget all that. I'm a rapper. I'm a recording artist, a singer, whatever you want to call it.
Get him.
I go by Jay the Protagonist.
Jay the
you know,
Protagonist.
all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, everything like that.
So I'd like to ask you about.
Forget about teaching. Forget about YouTube and all that. Hi, my name is Dre Mazin. I'm on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. I'm dead serious. Dre Mazin. Look it up right now. All right, cool. I sing.
Your life in Japan as a black person. How do Japanese people see black people? What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to stuff like that, you know, my perception, I don't really know how they see me. You know, that's a very good question. No, I've never actually asked a Japanese adult how they see me or something like that. And no one's ever really told me either. So it's, but I do imagine a lot of people, when they hear the word foreigner, they might think of a white person. Generally, you know.
Yeah, that's
generally. Yeah. Like usually when they're like hiring for a job or something like that, and they want like hire a foreigner, you know, in their mind they want like a white guy. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They're not usually not picturing like a black guy or something like that.
Facts.
You know, when they foreign, you know, foreign and a white person, they're like synonymous. You know what I'm saying?
Facsimile
Like
machine.
yeah, but you know, like I said, all my friends and like all my homies were like rappers and artists. So usually when we go someplace like together or like in a group, we're performing, right? So we get a lot of love and we get a lot of support. You know, hip hop is very popular. You know, it's global. You know what I'm saying? So no matter where we go, what we do, you know, we get love. So it's been mostly positive. You know,
Factual.
like I said, I think if we were like a bunch of white dudes walking around, maybe we'll be treated a little better, but we're not exactly treated bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
When I say this stuff, people don't believe me. But see, I'm telling you, I don't lie. I've never lied on my channel. I don't cap, fam. All right? This guy is, he looks okay, above average, you know, handsome fellow. And he's black. I didn't say that, if he felt he would get a better treatment if he was white. I remember the video that somebody did way back about which you prefer, black or white, or they did really like who looks more like attractive, and they show this prototype black man, you know, like muscles and chisels and face and features out, and yeah, this fat white man and the girl with blue eyes, and the girls prefer the fat white man with blue eyes rather than the black man. Like, come the hell on, man. I mean, to each his own. You know, everybody needs love. and I am ruining the video.
I see. Like, hip hop in general, it's trending in Japan.
Yeah.
And many, guys,
Yes.
Japanese guys, they listen hip hop and then, they getting know about, black culture, like including hip hops,
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cultural thing. In America, actually, they like black people as a culture.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily like us as a people. But when it comes to embracing us as people, who we actually are, we got a lot.
I've been saying this from day one, but no one believes me. No one believes me. All right.
Of work. It's kind of the same here, but I'd imagine there's not as many black folks here in Japan as there are white folks. We just need a few more of us out here just to, show what our actual culture and
I don't know what else we need.
actual way of living is like, But we all people, we all the same, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really much of a difference. Yeah, everywhere.
Okay. Last question. Do you speak Japanese?
My Japanese is very low. Actually with my job, we're encouraged to only speak English. Most of the Japanese I learn is from my students.
Facts.
So when I speak to an adult, I got to be very careful of what I'm saying to make sure it doesn't sound like
That
stupid
is
or
it.
silly or cute
That is it.
or something like that, So it's tough,
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much.
That is it.
Really appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having me.
Thank you for your help. Where you from?
I'm African Queens.
I'm from Kenya.
I'm also from Kenya.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How long have you been in Japan?
Right now, 2 months, but I have been here before. In 2020, I was here for like 9 months. And then now I'm back. It's been 2 months.
It's been 2 months. So in total, almost a year?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Matt's bread.
I've been here, I
Takashii.
think in total, this is my 5th year.
Like,
I've never
what's it
seen you
like being
before.
African in Japan? Like, what's it like being black in Japan? Do you have any opinion on that, first of all?
You notice they just group persons by the continent. They never usually ask like, how do you feel about being a North American or a South American in Japan or a European in Japan? They say, how you feel being French? How you feel being that? Yet they introduced their nationality and he reverted to African. And how do you feel like? How do you feel being Kenyan? I guess Africa is, I don't know, more renowned, and I don't know. I just don't like the fact that we keep grouping Africa instead of the men. There are like 54 countries in Africa, 50 something countries in Africa, from the north, the south, the east, and and people from different regions act differently. Just like in Japan, you have people who are main island Japanese, Okinawa, Sapporo, different. Hokkaido act different, just like Eastern Europeans have their traits, Southern Europeans have their traits, etc. It's just like that in the country of Africa. So why is it that we keep erasing their nationalities and just keep them as a continent? It's really annoying.
It's definitely a bit different for us being black compared to like the white people, but then it's not bad, I'd say. My personal
Generally,
experience, you'd get a few stares sometimes, but mostly no one cares. So that's good.
I haven't had any negative experiences in terms of my racial identity because, in my opinion, Japanese are very welcoming, and even the stares that you get, it's not malicious.
That's actually
It's
fun.
people are just
Sometimes.
curious.
True.
Yeah, so if you look at it in that way, because if it's not something you see every day, so when you see someone different, of course you're going to be curious. So it's not something malicious, and people are friendly. There have been so many cases where I've been helped by so many times. I've been helped by strangers, by Japanese. And I think that is something that I'm really grateful for. And the country itself, the systems, they have systems in place to help foreigners. Yeah, so any black person out there who's watching your channel and wants to come here, I don't think there's any reason to worry. Yeah, because Japan is very welcoming, in my opinion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next question. When
What?
Japanese people refer to
All right, so they're welcoming. Yes, I've had situations where persons have been helping me and stuff. I've met wonderful persons in Japan that have helped me through a lot. Generally speaking, that is true, but then you have the cases where sometimes you have to wonder like why they really want us here.
the word foreigners, it's usually like European or American, like Western people, or maybe Asian, like Chinese or Koreans. When I ask Japanese people, about black people or African people, from my perspective, they don't have much like knowledge. They don't have much experience to
Okay.
seeing them. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good question. But at the same time, I feel like, just as she said, this is not something, or these are not people they see so many of. Because even when you walk through a station, you might see maybe just one other black person
That's
apart from
true.
you.
That is
So
actually very
if they
true.
haven't seen as many black people, they don't know what to expect. And
Okay.
so I'm not so sure, but I'd love to ask a Japanese person what they
You wanna
think.
know too?
So we need to differentiate between the blacks also. So
Yeah, true.
yeah, because there's black African and
Yes.
there's black American. This is
Yes.
just my opinion, my
I'm black
view.
Caribbean.
I think a
I'm
lot
black
of Japanese
European.
have more experience with black Americans, and they can sort of identify more with them because of the media. You know, they consume their movies, the movies, the music
Fashion.
from black American, right? But not black African.
Facts.
And if you tell them you're from Africa, I think the first thing that comes to their mind is the national parks, the animals,
The park's true.
the parks, and that's what Africa is best known for. That's what Kenya is.
Not just for Japanese people, right?
Even
not
to other
just for
Africans.
Kenya is known for their athletes, their long distance running athletes, as well as that food. What's it called? I can't remember the food name. And their cricket. I mean, what are you guys talking about? That?
The tourists, even to other white people, to other foreigners I meet who are not Africans. Probably, I think if we need to change the perception, the Japanese perception towards black Africans, we need to put ourselves, our culture, our normal life in out there, not
Some more
just the
exposure.
The
tourist.
tourist side of it.
Yeah,
Actual life.
actual life.
True.
Last question: do you speak Japanese?
No. Maybe ask me this question in like 1 year. And the answer will be yes, I speak Japanese.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
Hey, don't even. She ain't capping, fam. Like people from Africa, in the countries they are from, like Cameroon, again Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana. They already speak several languages. Like they speak French, probably a form of Creole, a Pidgin English, and something else. And then depending on the area, the tribe, or the city they're from, they speak something local there, and then English as well. So they're naturally polyglots and grasp languages easily. So you find a lot of Africans who are in Japan, and I have interacted with a lot of African people in Roppongi. In Roppongi, they speak Japanese fluently, easily, effortlessly. And we have there's a bad image of Africans, especially in the West. The image that has been put to us in my generation. I'm 36 years old, god damn it. Right. And the image of Africa is poverty, hungry kids, and whatever. But I've never seen a poor African. I've never seen a broke African in Japan in my 8 years. They all got bread. In different ways, but they all got them bread. So image is important. How you're portrayed and how things are portrayed and narratives that are created at a young age, instilling us as black people, seeing other black people just say, oh yeah, they're poor and they live this and that. I mean, it's crazy how you don't even realize, because of what all you've been consuming, that is what is the image, but it's not actually actual facts.
so much.
So sorry. I talk a lot.
Thank you for your help. Where from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Nice to
Man,
meet you.
bruh!
Jamaica.
Bad man thing.
Congratulations.
Watch out.
What
Killer.
brought you to Japan?
I mean,
First, I took a flight from. I'm kidding.
all right, all right, comedian
wanted to
Richard
escape
Pryor.
Jamaica, and I wanted to expand my worldview, so to speak.
How long have you been in Japan?
A long time, like
Longer than me?
over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Wow. All
What's it
right,
like,
sir. I defer to
living in
you.
Japan
Anything you say
as a black
is true.
person?
Anything you say is true. Tell us what you
First
do
of
know.
all, a lot of times I forget what color I am because Japanese people are not outwardly racist, thank God. And so I often forget what color I am.
Me I gonna stop you. Them, maybe because I teach kids and the kids don't have a filter. I am constantly reminded that I'm black. I constantly reminded that my skin is different from theirs. But I mean, go ahead.
But in any case, I've had many more positive experiences In fact, Japanese people give me more positive qualities
True.
or more superstar qualities than I have.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they think I can definitely play basketball,
I
or they
can't.
think I'm probably a good singer, or
I'm a
they
pretty good
think
singer.
I'm somehow
Do 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 do. Pretty good, right?
athletically blessed or something.
Yeah, that's kind of like
Positive stereotype.
yeah, positive stereotype Japanese have towards black people, right?
Yeah, and that's good. The more you interact with Japanese people and you enter their social circle, the more they treat you like one of them. There are
That's
certain
true.
social rules
Yes.
that you have to accept. Japanese society is based on a lot of social rules. And even a Japanese person who doesn't behave in the way that is expected, even they will be rejected. I believe there is a saying that
Yeah.
the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. So the best thing you can do in Japan is try not to stand out in a bad way. And if you just behave like Japanese people, then you'll be accepted. But not like you're mimicking them, because that's
That's
another,
different.
that's a
That's
totally
different.
different thing. Accepting the unspoken social rules. So things like taking off your shoes before you go inside, things like
Oh.
wearing a mask if you have a cold,
Okay,
don't talk
things like that.
loudly on the train, for the love of God.
Please, no. Let's just stop this right here. So let's cut that fudge right now. Who talks louder on the trains than Japanese people? Have you ever seen a grandfather or grandmother on the train? An older person on the train? Ima dencha da ya. Stop capping. Everybody in Japan talks on the train loud at different times, at some point in time, whether they've been drunk, whether they're on the phone, or whatever reason. So this thing about foreigners talking loud on the train, as in black people or Western or Chinese, that myth needs to be debunked. All right, cut it out, please.
I'm the only foreigner who lives in my apartment complex, and I wondered why they accepted me.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was signing a contract with a real estate agency, I heard her saying on the phone to the owner, "Takedo daijoubu desu. Nihonjin poi dakara daijoubu desu."
Oh.
And then I was wondering, Nihonjin poi, is it me, my face, or what? But then
Your
I realized,
behavior, right?
yeah. Japanese people accept if you behave just like them, but in fact you're a guest in the country, so you should behave better.
Last question.
This guest in country thing has me triggered. New York, you got me wound up real tight, fam. No, what? Guests in the country? Guests don't pay taxes. Guests don't pay bills, my guy. Where do people get these things? If you're a guest, like you're a hotel guest, you pay to enter and you get all the amenities. All the amenities. You get everything. So if Japan was a hotel, it wouldn't be all you can eat hotel, all inclusive hotel, because you don't get all of the things that all the citizens get. There are levels to this. So please, man, I hate it. You are a guest in this country, so you just need to accept what you get. Then he's saying no, you're a guest, so you need to behave better than the Japanese people. Oh, come the hell on, man. You follow the rules, yes, obey by the rules. But if I'm not being afforded the same amenities as tax-paying citizens and I'm paying tax, then you have to treat me like a guest, and I don't pay certain things. Then my things should be lower. You know what I mean? But it isn't. It isn't. Triggered.
Do you speak Japanese?
少しですね、日本語、
どうやって日本語学びました？
デートとか、
デート？
デート、
デート。Oh, thank you so much.
Wait a minute. Homeboy says "Koshi desu ne," and then he says he learns Japanese from dates. And then you cut and edit the video. What did Homeboy say, fam? Takashii, my guy, what did Homeboy say? Where did he learn this Japanese? Because something's a bit suspicious. I'm not saying you can't speak Japanese, but the way you edited this video, people in the comments, let me know if you reach to this part of the video where the Jamaican is speaking Japanese, not me, the Jamaican in the video. Let me know what you think about his Japanese because of how the video is edited. Do you think he probably said something that, I mean, I don't know. Feels a bit cappish to me.
Pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching so far. How was it? That was interesting. I'm also
It was,
planning
it
to
was.
Interview Latin people.
All right, bye, Takashii, bye. Yeah. Let me know what you think about the video. It seems spot on. He had a decent array. He had a little 1 year, 2 month girl from Kenya, and then he had the 10 year from Jamaican, the 10 year guy from Jamaica, and had a couple of Americans in between. Four people, decent cross section. Two Americans, Jamaican, African. I guess those are countries. I guess that covers. I don't know. You see, the people always tend to watch the black videos about being black in Japan from other races and not the black people. Usually they're always watching like from white Americans or Europeans or Japanese, but the black people who create videos, who are the people that will get the anyway. Yeah, let me know what you think about the video and more reactions coming soon because the guy is a Jamaican YouTuber, Icky Man Show. I'm back, mother pudger. Poof.